Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. Today we're going to make a gorgeous card using our Spellbinders products. So we're going to make a fancy card that's quite spring-like actually. I know it's autumn, but it's quite spring-like. Nice pretty colours. Maybe to give somebody a bit of a lift on their birthday with the colours. So the items that we're going to use from Spellbinders are the special birthday stamps. These are mine, and I'll try and leave them in the packaging, and normally they're all set out nicely, but mine are very well loved, so mine sort of congregate together and, you know, just like yours would do at home after time. So, but they're the special birthday stamps, good quality stamped images, and I think the more you use them, the better they are. So those are my stamps, and then we're going to be using some ornate circle dies from Spellbinders. I'm sorry, I don't know the correct name for them. I will put it on my blog. Details of everything I use will be on my blog. If you're ever in doubt of what I've used or you've got a question, go to my blog and ask me there, because I can reply to you on my blog. I can't reply on YouTube. I do read them all, I publish them all, I click like, but if you ask a question I can't reply on YouTube because I have a malfunction, as they called it, in my channel, so I just can't reply back to you. So those are the dies that we're going to be using from Spellbinders. So the first thing that we need is our base card, and this is a 7x5 inch card. It's just a white basic card, and I'm scoring the edge using a bone folder to make sure that I've got a nice crease along the edge to make it nice and sharp and so that it stands up nicely. So we'll do the inside first, because I know this is most of you's favourite bit, because like me you've now got the bug to make the inside of your cards as pretty as the outside. So I'm starting off with some very plain lemon paper. Now this is just any old lemon paper. It was in a big paper pack that I received funnily enough, it was from a stationer's. It isn't a branded paper, it's just lemon paper and it's roughly about 80 to 100 GSM for anybody that likes weights. So it's light enough to go in the centre without giving it too much weight. So I'm literally positioning that through the centre of our card. Next, I've got some general blue paper as well, which was in the same pack, and I just can't remember the actual stationers that it was from, but you would be able to pick this up from any of your local craft stores. So this is a pale blue paper. Now you can see I've already cut an aperture in the middle of it, and I've used the smallest die from our fancy ovals, and I've simply lined it up in the centre, and I've cut out, and I'm using what you would normally say this is your waist side, but on this occasion we're going to keep this and we're using this bit. So sometimes think outside the box with your dies. Don't just think your die cutting for the actual die and making a shape. You can also make the shapes with what's left over. So I'm positioning this over the top of our lemon layer that we've added. And by the way, I used the Spellbinders rectangles to cut out the layers of the rectangles. So for inside, I always start with set B with the largest, because that's just slightly smaller than the inside of the card. So this was set B of the rectangles. So now we've got our aperture. What I've done is, in a different coloured cardstock, or should I say different textured cardstock, which is just a general metallic cardstock, I've used one of our special birthday stamps to stamp happy birthday, and this was the same die that we've cut the aperture away from. I've got a little bit of tape on it, and I'm going to position it into the aperture that we've cut in the paper. So it sits in there so nicely, and it gives the hint of the lemon from underneath, and it's just something a little bit different. There's enough room in there for you to write your messages to, from, and you know, a little hope you're keeping well, etc. But that's really pretty inside to what's going to be a pretty outside. So, and it's nice and simple as well. So now we can go back to the outside, and I'm just going to make sure my crease is still nice and sharp using my bone folder. Now the first layer, we've got some more of the lemon paper, and I'm going to position this just as our first layer. If I wasn't chattering, this would be quite a short video actually, because it all comes together so well, and the actual dies do all the work. Now I've got a sheet of pattern paper, and this is from the Dovecraft Forget Me Not range. You could use any paper. I'm just using this because I wanted the contrast, and I really think the blue and the lemon is very pretty. I think it's a really pretty combination. So that's our next layer. Then I've cut out from our dies in a blue metallic cardstock, the largest of the die, and I've embossed it as well. Now it's got a lot of fine detail around the edge, but it cut really well. I put it through twice, I'll be honest, just to make sure that I picked up all the fancy detail. And then afterwards I ran it through again with my embossing mat, just to pick up the extra effect on the little swirls and the flourishes, etc. around the edge. Next, I've cut out the next size, so that was the middle size oval. And again, I've die cut it and then embossed it, and this is just a normal pink cardstock. I think this was something like a basil cardstock. So you can use any, it doesn't matter, you don't have to keep to the same brand. So then I've got double-sided tape on the back of this, so I'm keeping this bit flat. These are sort of flat layers, and I'm positioning it over the top of our previous layer. Then I've cut one strip of the pattern paper, and it's just a simple strip, and it's roughly 1/2 inch, and I'm going to position that across the centre of our ovals, she says, just like that. So it just runs through the centre, and then finally I've die cut the smallest of the dies in a metallic card. I've stamped it and I've embossed it as well, and there's lots of fine detail with that embossing on that die cut, and it's stamped so well, the birthday stamps. I really do like them. They're one of my favourite go-to products for the Spellbinders. So we'll just take our double-sided foam adhesive away, and I'm going to position this through the centre of the strip that we've just added, like that. And then to finish the card off, I've tied a little double bow, and it's with 2 colours of ribbon in gingham, and so it's blue and lemon, and I'm just going to pop that at the top like that, and that finishes off our card perfectly. Such pretty colours, a nice lift for this time of year, nice spring-like colours, and very easy, but the detail, another Spellbinders die that does the work for you really, I think. So that's our card finished. Please feel free to comment on my blog or on Facebook. I can't reply on YouTube, but I do read them all. If you've got any queries or I was going to say questions or requests, I will do my best. I will reply to you if you have any questions. As I say, always through my blog or through Facebook, not through YouTube. I can't reply on YouTube because of the malfunction. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration and just something a little bit different to use at this time of year with those nice spring-like paper colours. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.